Happy Sunday, everybody. This week is going to be a pretty big week for info. In this video, we're going to go over the CPI report that's going to be coming out this week, give a projection of what the CPI is going to be in Canada. Also, we're going to go over the strike that the U.S. did against Iran and the possible ramifications when it comes to oil markets because of that. Before we get into this, I'm Michelle St. Pierre. I'm a mortgage broker in Ontario. If you have any mortgage questions, just follow up with me directly. So the big news, U.S. did do a strike on Iranian nuclear facilities yesterday night. Now, this is going to cause some major issues, especially with oil prices and financial markets. So the financial markets are going to open, the futures market, is going to open a little later today. So we're going to get an idea of how oil markets are going to react to this. If Iran does block the Strait of Hormuz, 20% of the global oil supply does go through there currently. That could always shift. Other places can pick up the slack if they have the opportunity to do that. But that could cause short-term oil prices to go up, which can cause further inflation and further prices to go up in our country. So that's something to think about there. So this is a dynamic situation. So I'm going to keep you updated as I always have been when this stuff comes out here. Now let's take a peek at CPI report projections and Canadian retail sales. RBC is predicting roughly 1.8% for headline inflation and 2.6 for core. So core pretty much staying the same. Inflation itself staying the same. Remember, one of the main drivers of our inflation in Canada is mortgage interest cost. It's in the headline. It's also in the core inflation. So if the Bank of Canada does want to get inflation numbers down because of tariffs or potentially these oil price hikes, then they should be proactively lowering rates to get those numbers down. But as we can see, and as I've said in the past, they tend to follow the oil markets a lot more when it comes to their decisions with rate, and also our CPI data does follow those numbers too. So we're going to have to pay attention to those oil markets and what's going on there. And Canada is further suffering more economic woes. Our retail sales in May are down 1.1%. Why? Well, there's less money in people's bank accounts to buy things. So as I've said in the past, when it comes to the cost of living in Canada, it is now turning into a robbing Peter to pay Paul situation. People have to save as much money as they can in a month to pay for their rent, to pay for their groceries, and that doesn't give them more and more money to go out and spend at retailers, which have already been sounding the alarm about less and less sales. So Canada's economy, when it comes to the individual and also the business level, is not doing so well.